Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Midnight, bringing you yet again another video on Fairy Tail. So in today's video we're going to talk about how to increase the strength of your characters in I guess in an efficient way, all the different ways you can get power increases, and what are the big ones that give you the biggest increase, and I guess how to get the materials to get that power increase in that set area in the character. So without further ado, we'll get straight into it. So I'm going to be using Ikaruga mostly because she is my strongest unit, to explain how to increase power. And you might, when you're watching this video, you might be like, well, that's completely, I could look at that and figure that out myself, but some people don't know this stuff, so I just wanted to go through and explain some of this things. So obviously the first thing is, you've got your character level. So, their character level can't over level your player level. So your player level will be indicated at the top left corner up here. So you can see I'm level 46. So my characters will not be able to go any further than level 46. I won't even be able to level them up in that level to get them ready for the next level. So that's step number one. It doesn't increase your power a lot. However, increasing your player level will allow you to then increase your tier level. Now your tier level actually does give you a huge power increase, especially towards the last few bumps. Obviously I've just hit level 45 recently, and you could get them to tier 5, and I think the upgrade for me when I got to tier 5 was like 30,000 power just for that. So yeah, you want to make sure your player level, as you can see here, I can't do tier 6 until I'm level 55. Oh, he's upgraded Ikaruga. Sorry about that. That's another player in our server. So you can see he's just upgraded his tier on his Ikaruga. So yeah, so getting to tier 6, you can see I can only do it when I'm level 55, and you'll need these materials here, these sources. Now you can get them from Elite Quest, which you kind of get over time. I wouldn't really recommend to go out of your way to farm them unless you're close to getting the said amount that you need here. However, there is another way that you can get these, which is if you go to this the palace, and where is it, rewards, every 5 floors you can get a box where you can pick which ones you want. I personally recommend saving these until you get to a level where you need to start using them and you know who you want to level up. Right now I've used all of mine because all of my tiers are actually tier 5 apart from Makarov, which is the one that I'm working on right now. As you can see here, I got 70, and then I'll start working on Juvia, because it does take a while to level up, so you can actually save them, upgrade quite a few characters with that. So yeah, that's really good. Now after the tier upgrade, you got your obvious one, which is your star upgrade. Now getting units to increase star rating does increase power quite a bit. Getting them to 4-star gives them their 4th skill, which is going to increase power a significant amount, which I'll show you in a minute. Because obviously when you get that skill, not only are you getting power for starring up, but you've got the skill unlocked, so you can level up that skill, which I'll get to in a moment, and that will increase your power as well. And you do get quite big ones. I think getting my Ikaruga to 5-star was again like 25, 30k power increase, so I can only imagine that getting them to 6-star is going to be an absolute insane amount of power increase, because obviously it's not something I really can talk about in the video, but you'll get these passive abilities here, which I can only imagine will increase your power by a pretty big amount. Now there's no real way to increase units star levels apart from pulling. Some units like let's see here, who's Totemaru, I think, maybe, star up, yeah, so some units you can get, like Natsu. Okay, we'll use Natsu. I know he's the character that everyone has, and he's rare, but you got some characters that you can actually farm Elite Quest for. There are some SR characters like Erigor, Arya, and I believe there's someone else that you can farm from the story mode, so you can do that. And obviously you can get some shards from the shop as well. The shop is actually a really good thing as well, which I'll get to in a minute, because they have a lot of upgrade materials for these things that I'm talking about here, but they're obviously not the main way to get those things. So the next thing you can do is level up your skills. Now again, some skills you won't be able to level up too much, because like for example, for me to get to skill level 10 I need to be level 50. As you can see, this is why you want to level up your character to the highest level that you can, so that you can level up your skill and get your tier upgrades as well. Now, the way to upgrade these, you'll need gold, which can get really expensive later on, considering 150k gold just for one upgrade, and that's times 4, so that's what, 600k gold just to upgrade these 4 skills when I get to level 50. I was rich at a point. I had 2 million gold, and then yesterday I had 100k gold because I upgraded so many characters. And then obviously the books you can farm from the Daily Phantom, and you can also get them from the guild shop, which I actually personally would recommend. The guild shop has got loads of good stuff in here, and it's actually quite scary because there's so much you can get. Obviously these are from Guild Clash, which, you know, I can't really talk about too much right now. You got Wendy Shards, which is really good. You know, these energy stones, which are really good. These are really good, and the books are really good. So I personally get the books because once the books are fully upgraded, then after that, you know, I can start worrying about the other things. But yeah, leveling up these skills are really good. You do get a leader skill upgrade once you get them to 5-star. And yeah, the passive skill will also level up with your star rating. Oh no, not your leader skill. Your leader skill is from your tier upgrades. Your passive skill is from 5-star, and then obviously 6-star you get that. These actually give you quite a big power increase when you level these up. Me personally, the way I do this is I actually, especially like before your level 45, you actually get a lot of the green ones. So as you can see here, I actually upgrade all of my characters' skills. Now, I'll go past all my main ones, but you will see I stop at level 4 for a lot of characters because they give you a big power increase on these characters. But you can see here that all you need are these green ones, and you can get them practically anywhere. So there's no reason for you to hold on to them. And, you know, when you get a new character and you need to level up them skills, all it's going to do is you'll probably get enough of them on that day. If you just farm the green books, you know, it's really not that hard. And you get a pretty big power increase, and eventually I won't need the green books anymore, and I'll be able to save them for when I get new characters. So I think stocking up on them is not really worth it. Start using them as soon as you can. The blue books I would maybe save a little bit, because, you know, the blue ones are a little bit harder to come by, as well as the purple and the gold. Only use those on the ones that you are building. And then maybe later on, once you have all your characters to the max level, which is level 10. So you can get these skills to level 10, and once you get the character to 6-star, it will then go up to level 12. So yeah, once I get to level 50, I won't actually need to farm books anymore, which is really good. Oh, not really, for Ikaruga I won't, but yeah. Then you've got your gear upgrades, which again, your gear kind of goes up every 5 levels, so I can't get an increase in gear until level 50. Once you get to the level 45 gear, the materials are actually starting to get a little bit harder to receive, because you don't actually get, for example, if I want to farm these materials on these elite quests, excuse me, you only really get 1 per 20 stamina. So these can get quite difficult to upgrade, and they do cost a little bit of gold as well, because once you level them up, then you've got to level them up to 5 levels, you know, once you tier them up. And then you got these gear enhancing stones, which I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't actually worry about too much. You get these practically everywhere in the game. You can get them from the store, you can get them from adventure, you get them from main quest, you get them from the daily hunt. You just get them everywhere, so I'm not really going to talk about how to get those. And obviously these materials here you can get from the elite quests, and some in particular you can actually get from a shop. Which, yeah, I can't really show you, but yeah, you can get them from the shop as well, which I don't really recommend until you get later on in the game. So yeah, that's how you kind of get those. And obviously I recommend to just focus on 1, 2 or 3 characters at a time. And then with your, you know, once you get to a level when you know you have excess stamina and you can't increase your palace level here, I recommend to spend your stamina just to upgrade materials for your other characters. So you can see here, like, my characters, have got them to level 4, level 45, level 45, level 45, level 45, level 45, and now I'm working on Juvia and Gargiel and Totemaru soon. So you can see that, you know, I really should level those up. But yeah, I would recommend to use your excess stamina on farming gear for other units, just because eventually you will need to have multiple units. You can't just have 3 units, which I'll get into another video. Then obviously in the last video, as I spoke about the Heaven Stones, you obviously get from the Underworld as well as the Guild Shop, and these will increase your power, as you can see here, because, you know, you get 6% increase of HP and attack on the purple one alone, and then the passive ability. So These I can't really tell you too much on. I've got a whole video on this which I uploaded yesterday, so I'll probably leave that at the end of the video if you want to go watch that and get a bit more in depth on how this feature works. But this does give you power, and you can get most of this stuff from the underworld when you tier up your heaven stones. Now, energy circle I will be doing a separate video on. I am going to talk about it in this video as well, but I will do a video fully dedicated to energy crystals or energy circles, because I find that you know, this is quite confusing for some people, but I'm going to try and explain it quite brief here for you guys so you can understand. So first of all, this circle will be closed off. Let me find someone that I haven't leveled. There we go, Luxus. So you can see you need to level up this part here to level 2 to get those, level 15, level 30, 40. Okay, I believe the level cap for this is going to be level 60. Level 60 is the level cap for everything, character level and everything like that. So I believe these end at level 60, but until I get to that point, I can't confirm that. But anyway, once you get to level 40, that's the main thing. Now, if I go back to Ikaruga here, now you can see if I go to change here, the way this works is each of these energy crystals will have a fixed main stat and random passive stats. Now the main stat, if you click on here, you can see the first main stat on the top left will be attack. The top right, oh sorry, I'm going all over the place. Top left will be attack, and then you can just kind of read them there. I won't say them all out loud for you because this video would be long then. But you can see that, you know, they each have a set main stat that they can roll. So this top one will be physical attack or magical attack, one or the other. Now, to know what your character needs, whether it be physical or magical attack, you need to look at the icon here. So you can see Ikaruga is a red agility character. Red means physical, blue means magical. So let me see if I can show you an example of this. Wendy is a magical unit, Urza and Ikaruga are physical. Okay, so you want to try and get ideal main stats. I haven't really focused on this too much. You can get these from the Pandemonium mode, as well as you get them from adventure mode a lot. Like you can see here, really good thing when you guys get to level 47 and you beat this floor here, you actually get a random 6-star energy stone, which is absolutely insane. I haven't got a single one of those yet, so I'm looking forward to when I level up soon to get that material. But yeah, you get a main stat, and then the way the passive stat works on these is so you can get a random roll of 1, 2, 3 or 4 passive stats. The dream roll is to start, you know, at level 0 you get 4 passive stats on there. So let me see if I can show you. So this one, you know, it's level 0, it's got main stat which always comes, and then 2 random stats. Now if I go on another one, if I've got any that, you know, this one's unlucky, it's only got 1 passive stat. You want to find one that's got 4 passive stats from the get-go. Like this one here that Hot Eyes got, he's got 4 passive stats, and that's actually a really good one if it didn't have physical attack. But anyway, you got 4. Now every time you get these energy crystals to level 3, 6, 9, 12 and 15, which is the highest level, you'll get an increase to one of the passive one of the random stats at random. It will increase it by a certain amount. So if I get stat preview, you can see these are the passive random stats you can get, and you can kind of increase those every time you get 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 levels. So that's why you kind of want to get one with 4 random stats, because then you'll get an upgrade 5 times. If you have one, let's say like this one right here, and then I level it up to level 3, then you will unlock a new passive stat until you get 4. On this one, I clearly got unlucky, and rather than getting an unlock of a new passive stat, it ended up just upgrading all of mine, which, you know, I'm not too fussed about, but I will focus on this later on. And as I said, you can get this from Pandemonium. Now down here at the bottom, once you unlock level 40, you'll have all of these slots unlocked, and if you put in these slots here, what they recommend here, so 1 red, 1 blue, 2 green, 2 rainbow, you actually get all of these passive stats here. So having 2, it'll give you an increase of 5% attack, 10% HP for 4, and then you get extra damage against your type advantage if you get all 6 slots completely locked out. This also increases your power as well, so I strongly recommend to try and focus on doing that if you can. Alright, but again, I'll talk about this in another video a bit more in depth, but I did kind of give you all the pointers right there, to be honest with you. And then the last one here is magical gear. Now, magical gear you get from the wizard test, you get from guild battle, you can actually summon from them as well, and you do get them quite often. Now, magic gear is essentially one of the main ways you build characters. So you get a fixed stat, which will come with all of the magical gear that you get. It will always have a fixed stat, and it will always have a random stat and a special effect. Now, you can level up your magic gear. I haven't got anything to use here because I've obviously already worked on leveling them up, but this gold one here, you can see I've fed all of my other ones into this to get it leveled up. It started off as a purple. I leveled it up from purple to gold. When you level it up from purple to gold, or green to blue, blue to whatever, your random stat and your special effect will change. Okay, once it gets to red, you no longer can level up the magic gear up to rainbow. You can only get it to red, and once it's red, if you want to randomize the random stat and or the special effect, you actually need to get another item exact same and re-roll it like that. And I have done that once, which I can't really show you, but I have done that once, and it changed both random and the special effect, which was really nice because I didn't really like the special effect. I think it was on Makarov's one. Yeah, it was something stupid. It was light attack and ice attack, which is absolute dog because he's obviously all light, he doesn't do any ice damage. So I ended up re-rolling it and got crit hit, which was really nice, and a passive change. So personally, what I'd recommend is when you get these items, before you feed them into another item, I would look at the main stat and be like, who could this be good on? So you really want to look for the things like increased attack. Wendy's got magical attack because her health healing is based on her magical attack. I'll talk about this in another video. I'm planning on doing build videos for certain characters once I get to a stage that I am building characters properly. Because right now it's just kind of, chuck on anything that does at least semi-good stuff for the unit so that you can progress. But yeah, I'm going to talk about that in another video. But for the most part, you want to focus on leveling them up as much as you can. Now, to get the rainbow gear, we have an event on right now, which if I go here, where the hell is it? Event, that was probably where. So like this event here is a betting event. I won't talk about it too much, but you can see here in the shop, if you save up your gold, you can actually buy rainbow gear here, which are really good. These are the best ones. These are the ones you want to get. You can see they always have the same things, and you can level them up afterwards with your star rating if you get duplicates of them. And the last thing I'll talk about with magic gear as well, which doesn't actually increase your power, but it does make you a little bit stronger, is your energy stones here. Based on the star level that they are, if you have 30 stars total or 15 stars, you actually get a better increase to the passive. So you can see, yeah, this one here, when the skill hits, 10% chance to increase the current skill damage by 125%, 100% to 150%, cooldown 12 seconds. I have over 15 stars on my Ikaruga, so it's actually 20% chance to trigger, and if I get 30 stars, then that cooldown will go down to 7 seconds rather. That doesn't increase your power, but it does make you stronger, which you don't see. Now, we're coming close to the end of this here, but there's just a few more things I'm going to talk about. One is you want to try and level up all your characters as much as you can. Obviously, I know this might be difficult for free-to-play players or people that don't really have a lot of time to play on the game, but leveling up your characters any way possible, you can actually get this very small, but you can see here, every unit I have will have an increase of 396 attack and practically 4,000 HP. Increased just because of my 5 million power that I have here. Obviously every 30,000, 32,000, 40,000, whatever, you can level this up. Make sure you just hit that button. It doesn't cost anything. Just once you hit a threshold, you hit that level up button and you just get a small increase. Another thing as well is on gallery, getting units and increasing their star rating does increase everyone's team attack and team HP. So obviously getting as many units as you can to 6 star will be really good, and just unlocking units as well does help. You can see here I'm just getting a flat out team attack of 1,000 and team HP of 7,000 just because of the units I own in the game. So that's another thing. And the last thing I'll talk about with you guys, which not many people really talk about, and this will again be something I'll talk about in a separate video, but a really strong thing that you can do here is Magic Device. Now these are permanent buffs for your whole entire party. Every unit you have, you'll have increase on this main stat at the top, and at the bottom it will be specific to a certain type. And so you can see this one increases every single unit I have's HP, but also increases their agility. And so these are really good to get. Obviously getting a purple tier is even better, and even better than that is getting a gold tier, which let's have a little peek here. Oh, even better than that, you can get red gear. I didn't even know that. That's just popped up today in the shop. Jesus Christ, that's expensive. But anyway, you can get gold gear and you can get red gear apparently now. You can see this will just increase all my wisdom characters' attack and HP, but it also increases their attack and HP for every other unit. Once you get one of these items, you can actually star them up if you get more fragments of that item, as well as more of this powder here, and it will increase those stats. And once you get it to 3-star, I believe you can then do a thing called Awakening, which will give you a small passive increase down here as well, 3% attack in my case. Now to get these, you can actually get these from, let's have a little peek here, which shop is it? It's one of the so you can get powder here from the guild shop. It's not this one, I think it's Arena. No, Peak Contest, that's it. So you can get some from the Peak Contest shop here. I assume maybe we can buy gold ones later on, but you can get them from the Peak Contest shop, and you can also get them from the Guild Clash over here as well. Weekly you can get some fragments for the gold gear, which is really good if you're in a strong guild. You get some for the monthly as well, and you get some of these currency right here, which you can then use in that shop that I was just in here to buy more fragments. I personally am saving for the rainbow gear instead. I think that's a bit more better value. However, I do also think getting maybe these red gears might actually be good, because I can't see any other way of getting them. So yeah, that's the other power increase that you can get. And as you can see here, with all of that I've got so far, my Ikaruga is 460k almost, and she'll only just get stronger as she goes. Once you get to level 60, that's kind of where you'll start slowing down on the power increase, because that's where the characters won't level up anymore. You won't be able to tier up anymore. You won't be able to, get these skills up anymore and things like that. So hopefully this video has helped you. I'm sorry it's a long video, but there is quite a lot of different ways to get power and a lot of ways to obtain those materials to get that power. And hopefully this helps you guys get through your main quests, increase your floor levels, and maybe do a bit better in arena and guild battle and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and peace out.